Give us your background that includes where you're from, your upbringing, career, family, as it relates to your faith and purpose.
I am Vanessa Ross. I was born and raised in Portland, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but New Orleans, Louisiana. And I am the second oldest of 9 siblings. Mother, Jean Tophia Jack. Father, deceased, Paul M. Jones, Sr. Um, Always brought up in church. Family background, nothing but church. So that's basically it.
What is your superpower, and what is that thing or things that keep you walking by faith?
My superpower is loving the Lord. Mostly about my daughter, which was my inspiration, and my grandkids. My grandkids are my inspiration. And that is, I feel that that's my superpower because it motivates me to do even more.
Give an example of when your superpower is activated and how you feel. You can use like an example from a book or.
Well, I tell you, by watching one of my grandkids when they come to me and tell me how proud they are of me from being the age that I am and what I'm doing now, for as where I've been and what I've been through, that gives it to me.
Describe your connection with God when you're operating in your superpower space.
Oh, geez, that is not hard. I tell you, I listen to God's word. I hear his voice. And when God is telling me something, I'm obedient to it. And, sometimes people don't know that God be speaking to them. But when he's speaking to you, you just have to be silent. So when I'm silent, that's when I can hear him. And I just get in a little space all by myself. And that's what does it for me.
How did this experience, your experience with God, propel you into your purpose or help you identify your purpose?
Well, having someone have more faith than you even realize that you had in yourself did that for me, which was with Nadia and doing all of these, like with the anthology books and stuff like that. I knew that I had stuff in me, but just never had the person to see me for who I was and to pull it out of me even more. And that's what she gives me. Even with meeting the other ladies that's on the book, even for as yourself, watching you, talking with you when I met you, doing your art, and I do art my own self, that just gave me more motivation. And a lot of people, they don't recognize that stuff. But when you know that somebody is genuine to you, it's something that's inside of you that God gives you and you feel it and you know that it's real.
How important are faith and obedience when walking in your purpose?
Oh, it's very important to me because I can't do nothing without God. And when I think about how far He brought me from being blind for 6 months in a facility, and He gave me my sight back, huh, I can't do nothing but believe in Him. And then years ago, I had a stroke and they pronounced me dead. That's nothing but faith. That's nothing but faith. And if you don't have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can't do anything. And you got to have faith in God.
This one, when I ask this question, I do want you to share how your age, because I think that will bless people. Um, why did you decide to share your story with us?
I decided to share my story because I've been through so many things. And a lot of times people think a certain age you can't do anything. But I am 69 years old. I'm blessed to be able, let God wake me up to let me see this age. But being 69 and being able to do liturgical dance and dance with the flag, and I can write and I can do all these things and have books published, that's a blessing, and that's nothing but by the grace of God.
What message do you want the people who read your books or that see this broadcast, what do you want them to receive?
I want them to know that they can do anything they put their mind to. If you have a goal, don't let nobody stop that goal. Remember that we all have a purpose in life. We all have gifts. We are intelligent. No matter what nobody else see or whatever somebody else think about us, but just go for your dream. If you got a dream, you go for that dream. Don't ever let nobody stop you, because I had that happen to me. But in a couple of years ago, when I was told that I couldn't dance, but in my mind, God was telling me that, yes, you can do this. And I danced in front of big time African Nigeria queens. That was a blessing. And they was fashion designers. And that let me see I didn't need nobody else with me to help me dance. That God was already in me, and he already motivated me, and he let me know what I could do.
Okay, so that's the end of that, and then I hope we stood still enough for her. And I hope so. She'll figure that out. How was your experience working on this project, and would you recommend others participate in future projects?
My experience was amazing, because even though I've written my first book and other books, but with the superpower, but with my new book, The Affirmation, it just let me see so much that was in me. And now God is letting me know that I have even much more to come out. And I had a friend to tell me that God has so much more for me, more than I knew. He said, you have so much in you. And people need to know that, and they need to see that. So he helped me believe in me, even though I had other people that didn't. But being around Nadia, Miss Celeste, some other ladies, that makes a difference more than people know. But it does. So this here project was really amazing, especially to meet all other ladies. That's a blessing.
Now, tell me, do a little review for Nadia and how it is working with her and being a part of the weekend, and if you would recommend somebody else to be.
Of course, I would recommend Nadia. Nadia, to me, is like a daughter to me. She's a daughter from another mother, I would say. She's amazing, because whatever ideas I come up in my head, and I may not think it's nothing, but she lets me know that it don't matter, Miss V. Whatever you think, just put it down, write it down, we'll work it out. So it just let me see how much faith she have in me. And a lot of time as black women, we tend to hurt each other instead of helping each other. But Nadia, she's just a person that wants to help people. And of course, I already recommend plenty of people to her. So people already been coming to Nadia. I wouldn't have it no other way. Nadia does everything for me. Website, books, fly, whatever I need. Which I'm sure even with Miss Celeste, yeah, I mean, I can't ask for no more than that. Y'all been a blessing in my life more than y'all know.